Alright gang, welcome back to the Frugal Millionaire Challenge on Mazo. You join me and you can see we've got some new equipment. We have a front loader on the tractor now. I am now carrying the bags back, and I also have a new piece of equipment on the back of the tractor. This is the Devour Trees mod. Northern Farm Sim and a few other individuals in the comments have talked me into doing wood chips. So we are going to be doing some wood chips for the remainder of the trees that we have left. It does mean that probably the charcoal factory will come to an end here relatively soon. We're not getting rid of it, but it won't have any more wood in it for a little while until we're able to buy another plot of land that has some wood that we can factor in over there. But from what I can tell, the wood chips is a very lucrative process here, so we're going to attempt it. Now, the problem I'm having with this Devoured Tree mod here that's on the back is they're all saying that I can utilize the stumps to create wood chips. In all of the tests that I've done, everything that I've tried, I have not been able to accomplish that goal. So, I don't know if there's something I'm doing wrong, but I will show you, and then you can let me know if there is something I'm doing wrong, because I've tried very small stumps, I've tried very big stumps, I've tried all the different stumps, and none of them will give me wood chips. But if I just go at the tree straight on, it gives me wood chips. So I don't know what the deal is there, what the problem is. But in any case, it is also May. I lied to you a little bit. Last episode I said we were going to do 2 episodes in April. We did not do that. So we jumped to May. Mostly because I'm afraid here in a little bit we're not going to have a whole lot to do besides contracts. And while I'm certainly happy to do contracts, I don't want to do contracts the entire time. Speaking of contracts, we should look and see what's out there. A small fertilizing field. Nothing. There's a harvesting field, but that's for stuff we really don't care about. So there's really no contracts we can do today. So today is going to be a day of getting wood chips from the rest of those trees, selling the wood chips, and probably drilling that field there. We may expand it today too. We'll see. But regardless, I was getting these bags back, and we got rid of a few other things as well. So we have less money because this Tree Devour mod is expensive. But we also got rid of the skid steer and all of the implements for the skid steer in favor of the front loader here. Alright, let go of it. Let go. Let it go. Thank you. Now, I typically prefer the skid steer, but it just made sense. We actually made money by selling that back and buying the front loader for this tractor. We made it's not a ton of money, but we made money. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess. So let's drop that off for a second. And then let's undo this. I want to put it on the front of the tractor. Prefer to go at it from the front than trying to reverse into trees. It just doesn't seem like the best use. So we've got that on. So, let me go over here. I already have some trees knocked down over here. There's some stumps there. At least I think there's still stumps there. If there's not, we'll at least knock down one tree normally, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, so here you go. So they're not very big stumps by any means. But if I turn this on, all right, and it's up in the air right now, but if I lower it down, doesn't do anything. See that? It's not doing anything. Nothing I do. If I lift it up and then go down on it, you see I'm actually getting rid of some of it, but not really. Now it's gone. But there's no wood chips going into the Tree Devour. So this is what I'm talking about in the comments when you guys are saying I must be doing something wrong. So tell me what it is I'm doing wrong. Because I, for whatever reason, cannot seem to get any wood chips out of the stumps. It's great because I can utilize it to get rid of the stumps. And I can, you know, just mow down trees with this thing at a much faster pace. But, yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to take out the trees that aren't worth as much money, like these, into chips. I kind of want to keep... Can I please get over that? Thank you. I want to keep these spruce trees for our implements over there, if at all possible. Like, that's kind of my idea here. Because those are worth a lot more, and they give you a lot more So if I go at this tree just straight on, wood chips, no problem. Tons and tons of wood chips. So let me know what I'm doing wrong, because I have no idea what I'm doing wrong here. Perhaps maybe there was a little bit of a confusion with what I was saying. Maybe they thought that I was saying that I couldn't get wood chips out of the whole tree, but the way that I was talking about it was with the stumps. So I don't know. But in any case, we're going to take down some of these trees. As wood chips. Alright, I'm going to turn it off now, and we're going to go try to unload this thing. If nothing else, we can at least, you know, clean up some of those trees, the ones that are less lucrative for our implementations. Or our productions, rather. So, now... How do I unload this thing? Perhaps it doesn't, it can't sell it at that? Well, now we might have another issue. Might have to put another sellable, placeable down. Where are my wood chips at? Yeah, I don't see anything in here. You must have to. It must not be the right selling point. I must have to put down another selling point for this. I hope the selling point is not outrageous, because if it is, then we're in even bigger trouble. Oh, here we go. Wood chips. I went right past it. Market stall. It says you can sell them here. What am I doing? I can't get it to unload. So how do I get this thing to unload? I'm even more confused now. Why did I do this? I'm really confused now. I'm gonna have to figure this out. I'm gonna set this over here for now. I don't know what the hell I just did. I might have just caused even more issues for us. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, while we're here, might as well go ahead and put this back on. I don't know how to unload that thing. Boy. Okay. May have just wasted a little bit of money there, but I guess we'll figure it out. If I can't figure it out, maybe somebody, Northern Farm Sim, I hope you're watching, or any of the other individuals that were involved in that conversation. Hopefully, you can let me know down below what the hell I'm doing wrong. Clearly, I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. The charcoal was dropping. I just want to see if it's still decent, because if it is, I'd like to go ahead and sell it now. It's only going to get worse, and so if I'm making a decent amount of money still, it is not good. So we will not be selling the charcoal today. 657 is a lot lower than I'm willing to go. So none of that today, but we can take a look at our planks and furniture. That is going up. 1345 is actually pretty daggone good, and it's dropping. So let's sell some of these. At least make a little bit of money back here. I guess the good thing about, well, these are not very long pallet forks. I should get some wider pallet forks than what I bought. But anyway, I guess the good thing about what I did is I really didn't get rid of that many trees. I got rid of 4, I think. It's not that many. Come on, spawn another one. What are you doing? Why is it taking so long? There we go. So it's taking forever. That's furniture. Didn't really check the furniture, but I'm assuming it's the same. Do I dare try 3? I think I'm going to. Now, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time selling this stuff, but I want to sell a little bit of it right now, and then we'll jump to probably drilling this field. But between starting to drill that field, I will try to see if I can figure out. Well, that worked out well, didn't it? Oh boy, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix this. Oh yeah. Kinda knew that was gonna happen, didn't we? Well, let's go sell these two. Well, that was 2,000 just from the furniture. And then another 12, 14. Alright, well, let me see if I can figure out what the hell I'm doing with this wood chipper and why it won't unload. Give me a second. So it appears as though the only way you can get this out is if you have the pipe, which the pipe is like $100,000. I guess I should have ran some more tests on this before I did it. And by more, I mean a test in general. Normally I do that. I did not do that for this. I just was going off of the basis of everybody's conversation that it was guaranteed going to work. The only thing I tested was really the tree stumps. So yeah, we might have just lost 47,584 liters of wood chips. When we modify this, I think they're going to go away. I hope they don't, but I think they're going to. You boy. Actually, what am I saying? I can't even modify it. I'm going to have to sell it. Ugh. Because $100,000 just to oh boy. Well, this turned into a bit of a disaster to the beginning of the episode. A little embarrassing, actually. Not really. Oh, come on, Curb. Now you're going to do that to me. Everything's falling apart this episode. Oh, boy. Well, I guess there's nothing else for it. Unfortunately, I already had the save icon pop up when we went to the menu. So I can't reload or anything like that, unfortunately. I don't play on PC, I play on console, so I do not have that ability to go back and just pull a previous save and reload it. So yeah, our first big hiccup mistake in this series. Oof, that's embarrassing, Z. Alright, let's see how much we're losing, not counting the trees. So it's not that bad. We only lost like $3,000. That's really not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, well, that sucks, but it is what it is. So I guess we'll have to just lease it and we'll just have to continue to lease it. Capacity, Unreal, lease. Man, that is expensive. Hopefully this makes as much money as you guys are saying. Boy. Well, we leased it, and it's done now. No going back now. Let's get it back to the farm, and let's see what happens. Let's see what kind of money we get out of this. I'm hoping it's as much as you all are saying it's going to be. I'm praying it's even half of that. Because we're going to need it to be just to be able to pay for this loan, or this lease. Alright, let's try this once more here. I'm hoping and praying that this works this time, because if it doesn't, oh, what a absolute disaster. Let me turn this back on, because I really don't know what the heck I'm doing. All right, we want pipe out. I hope this works. We only have wood chips in here somehow. Weird. I don't remember ever... I must have been musted during one of my tests. I guess that makes up a little bit for the loss we just had, I guess. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see what happens here. This tree, I hate these trees. I definitely want to use the wood chipper on these trees as much as possible. Okay. Well, that worked. Okay. Well, now here's the stumps. Let's try the stumps again. Oh boy, I'm gonna have a problem here. I can't even get that. Well, I guess the good thing is I can just, I can axe that. Thankfully. How's that too heavy? Here you go. Getting rid of the stumps. But what is happening? Nothing's happening. Get rid of the stumps, but nothing's happening. So, I don't know, gang. I don't know. I don't think it works on the stumps like you guys are saying. I just don't think it happens, unfortunately. I would love for it to. I just don't think that's a possibility. Can't get rid of that little guy. Well, I really didn't want to make this whole episode about tree logging, but we're getting kind of to that point here. Oh well, it is what it is, I guess. Alright, we are full. So let's go unload these wood chips and see what we get. It's 54,000 liters of wood chips. Let's hope it's something good. Let's hope it's big money, like they're saying it's going to be. I didn't really look at the price right now, but I'm kind of caused all kinds of mayhem in here, aren't I? Here we go. Come on, make me some money. Oh, I'm still unloading. Okay, so that paid for it and more already. So yeah, okay. Alright, I see what they're talking about with the wood chips now. But that sucks that we lost 50-something thousand liters, because that would have been around, what, 12? A little less than that, I guess. A little less than $12,000. Because we didn't have the trailer hooked up. Okay, well, I guess we'll go with it. Let's see. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on this if it's not worth a ton of money right now. I suspect it's decent, though. Wood chips, where are you? There's potato chips. Bark mulch. I missed it again. It's up here further. It is not the best time to sell it. At all. Not even a little bit. It needs to be February. Well. It's still not bad, I guess, but man, it needs to be better than that. Let's do one more load of it, and it'll probably clear out most of the crappy trees, and then all we have left is the spruce trees that are good for selling. Even though we probably should be waiting for price-wise. But that's alright. I guess that's another full load. It doesn't look like it, but I guess it's another full load. Alright. Yeah, this is much easier. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is much easier to do. Alright, well, we made a ton of money off of that, so that's good. So, 70 grand, and we still have more trees to cut down, and maybe we will have to do it today, even though it's not the best price, maybe we should. Because we need to buy some more plots of land, but before we get into all of that, let's flip this back off here real quick. We have 70 grand at current. There are still a number of trees up here that we can cut down. Well, we can turn into wood chips, I should say. There are a number of the crappier trees, as I keep calling them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them. 10, 11. And then the rest of those trees we're going to save, like I said, and we're going to put it into this productions. I don't want to get rid of the spruce trees that way. They're just too lucrative. So, 70 grand, maybe another 10 to 20 grand we might get out of the rest of those. Gives us just below 100,000. What kind of land can we buy? We are not going to be able to buy any land with a bunch of trees, unfortunately. That would be close. We probably could get this one, which might be a really smart play for us. What do they have in there? Looks like wheat. Wonder what stage that's in. That's early stages, so we should be able to fertilize it. So we could fertilize that one. We have to fertilize this one a second time today, and then we could drill this field. Even though we have trees here to expand this out, we can go ahead and drill this field today too. So let's do that. Let's drill the field, and then we'll potentially buy that field up there, or maybe look at another one. I'll take a look and make sure that that's the best one. Because it may not be. But out of the way, we need to get this field drilled. We need to get something in the ground here, because we want all of our fields planted and ready to go so we make some money, right? We need it. We need the money. Let's fill this guy up. Alright, he's full. What do we want to put in here? Let's look at the growing seasons here, or the growing stages. May. What can we plant in May? Sorghum and soybeans is all we can plant with what we currently have. Well, grass. Grass. We can plant grass and oilseed radish. But with what we currently have, that is the only things we can actively plant. We already have a sorghum field. So in my eyes, it's going to be soybeans. That means this is going to take forever before these are going to be ready to harvest. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. So a little bit of a mayhem there at the beginning of the episode. A little unorganized, which is not like me at all, and I'm a little embarrassed and upset about it. But We made it through. We lost a little bit of profit in the process, but we made it through nonetheless. So we're going to go around the headland here, and then we'll get all of this done. It shouldn't take us too long to do this field. And honestly, we probably could have expanded this field. Maybe we will today. If we chop down these 4 spruce trees there that are right here on the edge. I mean, that would make us a lot of money. It would give us a little bit of a bigger field. So we might do that. I'm not hitting all the way to the edge here on purpose because I think we're going to end up doing that. I think we're going to need to do that, I should say. Because I really want to get the most money I can get out of this. We're running out of trees. We're running out of things to continue to bring in profit for us every month. We're going to be struggling here. While these crops are growing, we're going to be struggling to find things to do. We're going to have to be doing contracts, and thus we're able to purchase another field that has some trees on it. That's really the goal. We need to get a field that has trees on it, if at all possible. That's really our only moneymaker until these crops are ready to harvest. That's all we got. Now, we're probably going to put down some more production, some more greenhouses, right? I know there's some greenhouses out there that a lot of the guys are utilizing, and I'm probably going to utilize it too. I've utilized it in other playthroughs. I actually utilized the small version of it in the Gator Challenge before we flipped to this one. They have upgraded it, so there's the mod has been updated. And it now has even bigger ones you can buy. I mean, truly massive ones. They are very expensive, though. So that's an option for us to put down, too. But really, instead of just doing that, I would rather just have more fields, I think. At least right now. I think we need... Ideally, I want to have a field... I mean, I understand we're playing season, so this, what I'm getting ready to say is not really going to work. But ideally, we have a field that we have to do something on every single month, right? The good thing is we do have, you know, the luxury of being able to utilize 2 days per month, which normally that's not how my playthroughs are. Normally, I just 1 day per month, right? We jump to the next month. And a lot of what we've been doing so far has been that. We've done 1 day, and then we've jumped to the next month. But eventually, that's not going to be the case. Eventually, we're going to have to use both of those days. And especially when we're doing a harvest. If it starts raining or it snows or whatever. Well, it's not going to snow because the season's being on. But if it rains or whatever, we're going to have some issues, right? We're going to have to try to utilize our time as best we can. So let me get this field done. It shouldn't take too long. It's not a very big field. It's I guess in comparison to what we're used to, but as far as our actual land goes, it's the biggest field we have. So, gonna make us some good money. Let's get it done. All right, that field is drilled. I've got the worker doing the rolling. I know rolling has been a hot topic lately, at least on my channel. I don't know if it even makes a difference. It does, but it's very, very slim. It's a 1 to 2% increase in yield. And a lot of you have rightfully, you know, questioned if it's even worth it based off of the gas and the prices for the worker and all that stuff. And you're right. It probably isn't. But we're going to do it anyway. I like to try to keep it slightly, even though it's unrealistic, slightly realistic in that sense, where you know, utilize and do all the things that you should be doing in real life, even if you're utilizing some unrealistic pieces of equipment to do so, like the sprayer, for example, that we're or the spreader, excuse me, that we're actively using. I think that probably makes sense. So I kind of had an idea for this hill here. So the things we can do with this hill are we can either turn it into a grass field, which I'm thinking we may end up doing. It should be relatively easy to do, and especially if we keep buying these, you know, these plots of lands next to it, we can get rid of those trees, and then this could be a pretty decent sized grass field, maybe even potentially a crop field at one point when it gets big enough. So that's an option. The other option is we could put this into root crops, so we can make it parsnip, beets, carrots, sugar beets, potatoes, whatever. We can make it into one of those. Watch it, Walter. Watch it, buddy. Or we just keep it as a grass field altogether, right? I guess that depends on where we continue to go with this series, right? If we're going to start doing some animals, which I suspect we will, we probably should have a grass field. So that, you know, with it being such a severe cliff-size hill, maybe the best bet is to turn that into a grassland. But we'll see. In any case, the worker evidently doesn't realize that there is more to be rolling and thinks they're done for some reason. Now, we still have yet to spend a single dollar, or, well, pay a single dollar back to our loan. We probably need to start doing that relatively soon. Now, it's a lot of money, but it's really not, we're not losing that much money off of it, I guess is what I should say, right? We're really not. It's like $400 a month or something like that, and we're making more than $400 a month off of productions. So it kind of cancels that out. Now, obviously, I'd like to make a little bit more money off the productions. That's why we haven't sold any of the stuff that's sitting over there right now, because it's not the best time to do so. There's one little piece of grass here that I missed that would not get removed with the drill, and that's going to drive me insane, but it is what it is. It's there, so... So let's chop down these three. But let me know down below if you know why, if you're able to get wood chips out of a stump, why I'm not able to do so. Why am I not getting that same kind of ability from that chipper? Now, I'm not going to do a whole lot of woodwork. We did do a lot of woodwork already at the beginning of this episode, but we're going to do a little bit more here. I'm going to chop these trees down. We're going to pull these over, specifically probably to the charcoal. I think it needs it more. But our field that we started with, or our wooded lot that we started with, looks vastly different than the very first episode, right? I always think it's fun to go back and take a look later on at the end of the series to where you were and where you got to, right? So I think this first pass here, even though I said I might expand this field when I chop these trees down, I think I'm going to leave it for now. I think we're going to leave it just as this for now. We will expand this up eventually, but I think for now we're just going to leave it be. We got a lot of trees in here to deal with, and it's not going to all be done today. Even if I'd like it to be, it's not. We're going to need to utilize these trees in the next coming months here for profit. Because boy, do we need it. I'm causing a bit of a traffic jam. A bunch of Byrons and Walter hanging around. I'm just going to take this one by itself, and then I'll take those two together. Come on, get in the lower gear so we can pull this thing. We're gonna knock some of that out of the way, but that's alright. See a little bit of what I have been doing on this series, at least early on, over and over and over again. Sorry, gang, I just hit the microphone there. Charcoal desperately needed something in here, so I'm glad I decided to change my mind up a little bit and, you know, keep some of those trees specifically for these productions here. Because they do make us good money. Alright. We only have 3,000 left in there. Let's see what we get here. About up to 11,000. That's pretty good. I'll do the other two off camera. Let's take a look real quick and see about buying either another plot of land or contract, if there's a new contract out there for us to take care of today. Let's see what we can find. Oh, it's saying that there's something in its way. Okay, well, hold on. Let me move this out of the way. I forgot the workers take massively wide turns. There you go, buddy. Alright. So let me take a look at the map here. Let me see. Before we do that, we can quick save here and we can take a look at the contracts. See if there's anything out there contract-wise. Just that same fertilizing. Field 21. How far away is Field 21? It's not a whole lot of money, but it is something. Field 21. Oh, it's very close to us. Let's do it. Well, maybe not. No, no, no. Well, I don't know. I don't really know what to. I don't know what to believe. Is it this one or is it down here? I don't know. Let's 530. It's not even worth it. That's not even worth it. We're not going to do that. Let me look at the fields and let me see if there's anything for us to buy or if there's anything that we want to move to next. Let me take a look. All right, gang, I made my decision. We're going to buy Field 149 or Field 24, whichever way you want to look at it. It's right next to the field we currently already own that's across the street. It will give us a few more trees. and be able to expand that idea that I had, right? To make it either more grassland or another field or whatever we want to do up here on this hill. And it has barley in it, and the barley is pretty far along. It's pretty dark. I might be ready next month. If it's not next month, it'll be the following month. And barley is able to be harvested in the next month. So if it's ready the next month, that gives us something to do in the next month, besides just trees and doing contracts. So we're going to take that one. Now, as far as that goes, when we're done harvesting it, really there's not going to be a whole lot we can put in there unless we buy something else. So if we look at the map here, as far as being able to plant in June, it's olives, poplar, grass, oilseed radish, and then red beet, carrots, and parsnip. I'm okay doing the red beets, carrots, and the parsnip. They're a pain in the ass, but I'm okay doing it. But to do so, we had to buy another drill or another planter for that. So perfectly fine to do it, but we're just going to have to see how our money situation is at that point. The nice thing about it is it's a little bit larger than the field over here, field 23 or 150, whatever you want to call it. It's a little bit larger, not by a lot, but a little bit larger. And everything's already done in it. And I'm pretty sure, actually, before I say that, let's go double check. But before I say that, I'm pretty sure that it. I'm sure he can turn around. Sometimes he has issues over there. I'm pretty sure that it has a 98% yield bonus on it. Yep, he's stuck. Well, these workers are dummies, I tell you what. So let's drive over there really quick. Let me just do a quick little top of the headland pass here really quick so that maybe the worker won't keep running into stuff. I guess it's the bottom of the headland. Depends on which way you're looking at it, right? We do a small headland pass here, so that way maybe he'll turn around a little bit earlier. He's definitely going to have issues when he gets to here, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm not asking for a perfect roll here, but if we can roll a little bit more of it, or we roll a little bit of it, I should say, then it's going to give us a little bit of a yield bonus, slightly. I'm fine with it. Will that help? I don't know. Probably not, but let's put on the worker nonetheless and see what happens. Okay, back into the Dulzfar. Let's drive over there. I'm pretty sure it said 98% when we were over there earlier, when I was actually fertilizing our field over there. I'm pretty sure it said 98% yield bonus. That's what we want, right? We don't want to buy a field where we have to do work to it. We want everybody else to do the work for us. So we get the best. We use our money to the best of our abilities and get the most money back because we didn't have to put any money into that field and we're getting a harvest out of it. Yeah, that certainly looks like it's going to be ready next month. 98%. Absolutely. We're buying that sucker. That sucker's ours. And we'll get some more trees out of it, which is good. A lot of the trees in here are going to be ones we'll probably chop for wood chips. But nonetheless, it will give us more trees. So that's good. So let's buy it. Quick save here. 52,650, excuse me. Done. We've got 17,636 left to our name now. And now we own 2 fields over here. We could potentially expand those fields. I don't know if I will, though. I think I'm going to keep them separate, based off of what I was discussing with you earlier on in this episode, right? Wanting to make sure we have plenty of things to do every month. And it ideally, situations where we have to harvest and plant, we have multiple things to do in a month so we can utilize both the days of that month as much as possible. So quickly before we move on here, I'm going to double check the contracts, make sure there's nothing else out there. I went ahead and turned all of the wood over here onto selling. There's a lot of wood in here. I can't pick these up by hand, which is nice. Most things I cannot. I can't pick up the charcoal there, and I can't pick up Or no, I'm sorry, I can pick these up. I can't pick up the charcoal, though, but I can pick these up. Yeah, I can pick those up. So if we had some kind of flatbed trailer, I could pick these up and go throw them on there and you know, sell them pretty quickly. I did turn them on to selling, but I think I'm going to change my mind and actually just make it distributing again. Except for the wood chips. We will sell the wood chips. Because we don't have a bucket or anything yet. But I can carry these over by hand and sell them. But we're going to wait, because it's best in the middle of the summer. So we're going to wait to sell those. But yeah, we've got things going here. I've got those 2 trees I will pull down off camera. But I think at that point, gang, we're going to leave the episode there. There's not a whole lot else for us to do. I don't suspect any other contracts have popped out. We don't really have enough money to do anything else. I'm sorry. There is a contract for fertilizing. We're going to do this one. We'll do this one before we end. Ignore what I said. Accept contract. 234. Where the heck is 234 at? Let's see where the hell we're going here. 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Down here. Okay. I mean, I feel like I should do this one too, since we're already going to be fertilizing, but field 21. I think that's going to be really far away from that. Unless we get lucky. Field 21. Unless it gives me this one. See, it says field 21 here, but when you go to here, it's 146. It says it's 2 different fields, even though on here it says it's 1 field. Very, very weird. And I don't know what it would give us. I have no idea if it's going to give us that one or if it's going to give us that one. Well, hold on. Hold on. We got field 234. So which one is that giving it? It's giving it this one. So it's going to be the one right next to us. So we might as well go ahead and do it. It's right here. Why not? Let's do it. All right, 2 fertilizing contracts. Well, the worker evidently thinks he's done again, so whatever. We'll just leave it be for now. It is what it is. Should be enough fertilizer in here to do both of those fields, I think. I hope. I hope we don't have to buy any more. I may take an unorthodox way for fertilizing this field as well. Let me just make sure it actually says this one. It does. That's so bizarre that it's saying it's 2 different fields. But you can buy it and it's 1 field. The reason I was starting to do that closing is because I was expecting there not to be anything, because there wasn't anything earlier. So I was like, there ain't gonna be anything. Which one is supposed to be field 21? This one. Right? No, it's this one over here. It doesn't look like it, but it is. It's this skinny one. Okay, then we're not going to take an unorthodox method. We'll just go right down the middle. We're going to fertilize everybody else's field, but that's alright. You're welcome. Free fertilizer for you. Guess we should have taken an orthodox path for this. Let's stop it. Let's do it. The unorthodox path I'm talking about is by going like this. Way we use less fertilizer by doing it this way. See what I mean? Because you're only just hitting that and then you're turning it off. Already done. Alright, let's go to the other one. That's pretty much the field done. It should be populating up here any minute that this is done. So nice little bit of a payday here. You can see we did gain a little bit of money when it hit noon. We probably sold some of the coffee, and that was it's on auto sale. Come on, it should pop up any minute now. Come on. Did it pop up and I miss it? It must have. Oh, there it is. It did not. It just was late. Later than I was expecting. Alright. Alright, nice little $2,500 profit there. Gets us back up to 21 grand. Love it. There's some fields that are around the 20,000 mark, so we have that option as well. Hopefully, in the next episode, that barley will be ready to harvest, and we can utilize some of that profit. But really, we probably need to get a silo, because I bet the barley is not going to be the best to sell. I'm pretty sure it's going to be winter months, right? So if we just keep harvesting and selling it, we're really losing a lot of that profit. But we'll see. I mean, we could obviously put a production in, potentially, that we could turn it into something else, right? Flour or something like that. It's probably the best bet. But in any case, we're going to leave the episode there, gang. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free. Helps me out a ton. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, let me know down below. Happy to get back to you on those. It was a little bit of a rough beginning there. We made some mistakes, but I think we recovered nicely, and we're set up now to have something to do for the next month or two, which is really nice. Once again, thanks so much for watching, your support. Check my other channels out. Links are in the description down below. And until next time, I'll see each and every single one of you in the next episode. We got another collectible.